Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we are explaining a program related to file handling in C++. This program is a program to demonstrate how to open a file, write to a file, read from a file and closing that file. The program will be receiving the data from the keyboard and it will write that contents in a file. We will close that file and will reopen that particular file in other mode and will read all the data already saved in that particular file uh, and will save and will show that data on the screen. So we are including two files, two header files over here. One is the IO stream and second is the F stream. IO stream, we already know of this header file, basically related to the console input outputs. And the new file we will be including over here is the F stream. F stream is the header file basically for the IF stream, OF stream and the F stream classes. IF stream is for the input file stream, OF stream is the for the output file stream, and F stream is the F stream. Basically, it inherits the property of both the IF stream and OF stream and is capable of both functionalities, the input and output. Here is we start our main program. As we already saw in our previous videos that there are two ways to open a file in C++. One is using the open member function and the second is using the constructors. In this video we are using the first method, that is we will open the file using the open member function. Excuse me. We have, first of all, we are creating an object, output file stream object, which is of OF stream. So then we are creating a variable, we are declaring a variable of a string type, line of string type. And here are for the few messages which will be displayed on the screen. It is a demo of OF stream and IF stream. These are the two files, these are the two classes we are dealing with in this particular program. OF stream class and IF stream class. We will be declaring the objects related to these classes, and the message will be displayed on the screen is enter the data to be stored in the file. Next is a while loop. We are going to start a while loop. What happens in this while loop? We are reading the data from the keyboard. We are accepting, the user is entering the data and we are accepting that data in the variable line, get line, CIN, and the line. Basically we are we are saving whatever the user is entering in the variable line until and unless we receive capital N or small n, and the loop will continue, and when we receive these particular letters, this particular string, it will break from the loop. So it will continue until and unless the n, either the capital N or the small n is entered. And in the next line, what we are doing, we are writing the contents to a file. So whatever we have entered, we have received in the variable line, it is passed on, it is redirected to the output file stream object. What this particular object is doing? So basically this is the object which is associated with the file. We already saw that we are using the open method to open this out in stream demo file, which is of text type. So this object is indirectly associated with that particular file. This object is associated with this file. So whatever is redirected, whatever is entered from the keyboard, it is accepted in line string variable, and then it is passed on to this particular object, and this object is associated with this file. So the data is written to the file out in stream demo file dot text file. So it will keep on asking for more data until and unless the n is entered. Whenever the n is entered, it will come out of the loop, and the next statement is to close the file. This is using the member function close. This is already available in the header file fstream.h. We will use the object or output file stream object dot close. It will close that particular file associated with this object. With this object, next again we are creating an object. Now the object we are creating is of ifstream. So it is the creation of ifstream class object to read from that particular file. Up to now we have returned to that file, we have received the contents from the keyboard, and we have saved, we have stored that data in the file. Now we are reopening that file in the input mode, and we will read the data we already saved in this file. We will read those data and will show on the screen. So the input file stream object, the object we created over here, now we are using the open member function and the file parameter. Basically these functions, the open member function receives two parameters. One is the file name and second is the mode in which we want to open the file. If we deal with the ifstream, the second parameter is basically the default argument, the default parameter. That default parameters, we can skip those parameters, as the default value is default value already set for those arguments. If the object is of ifstream, that the second value is iOS in, and if the object is of output stream, object is of OF stream, then the second argument by default it will be set to iOS dot out. So the iOS and the resolutions operators and out. So the second, we can skip the second parameter, and the first parameter we are passing the name of the file we have to open. This is the same file we had already created over here. We closed that file and then we reopened that file in the input mode. Here are the few messages that will be displayed on the screen. Now this loop will be executed until the end of the file. It will read a line from the file, input file object stream. So this is the object internally related to, internally associated with this particular file. So a data will be read from this file, it will be passed on to this object, and it will be moved on to this line variable. It will be saved in this line variable, and this line, whatever are the contents of this line variable, these will be displayed on the screen. It will basically print a line on the console. The loop will continue until the end of the file. On the end of the file, it will come out of the loop, and then it will again close this particular file, and here are the few messages that will be printed at the end of the file. Now let us compile the program. You can use the shortcut key F9 to compile the program. The program is compiling. Now you can run the program. So here are the few messages. This is a demo of OF stream and IF stream. Enter the data to be stored in the file. You can have any type of data, as it is a text file. I am just entering the name of few students. One is Amit, then the second is Arsh, third is Reyansh. So the loop will continue until and unless we press N. It can be either capital N or the small n. I am entering small n. It will come out of the loop, come out of the first loop, and it will close the file over here. The file has been closed over here, then it is reopened again, and the contents have been read from that particular file and shown on the console, shown on the screen. Now the last few messages, end of the file, and basically what where this particular file is. Now we are talking about the out in stream demo file text. It will be created, either you can pass on the path over here, you can give the full path. If, for example, if you write over here C, it will be created in the C directly. C directory, and you can pass on any folder name over there. The path, exact path you can give. If you are not giving the path, then it will be created in the same where this exe is executing, where this particular source file is there and we are executing this file. We can open that particular folder. You can open the containing folder and look for that particular file. So here is the out in stream demo text file. This is a text file. You can open this file and check for the contents. Here are the names you had entered: Amit, Arsh and Reyansh. So this is the data that is permanently stored on your system, and you can later on open these files and use as an input for your another program also. So here is the completion of this video. In next video we will be sharing the second method to open a file, which is using the constructor method. Thanks for now. Have a nice time.